Hello, welcome to round 6 of the Michigan Open, and this game is a rather fast one, but it's a fun game. It's one of those games where you look back on it and you're like, wow, that was neat, you know? As a lover of chess, I always love beautiful games, maybe where there's some kind of like decisive attack that happens, and we'll go ahead and we're going to pause it at a certain moment and see if you guys can see the attack, and I might even flip the board for you, but okay, right now I'm playing the white pieces. And I began again with knight to f3 as I had done in all of my games in both opens. Knight to f6, played g3. And I was really, after my last games lost, the prior round I'd lost, I decided I wanted to play a little more carefully. And so I was just putting some pieces on what I thought were nice, safe, good squares, you know, kind of solidify. Bishop came out. Now I will say this queenside development that I'm doing may be a bit slow, right? And I played my king up here, the queen came over, and it's one of those things where, I don't know if you guys ever play the game poker, the card game, but at this moment in the game, I looked at the board and I said, you know, if my opponent's attack is there, I'm just going to let it happen. And my thought was actually that if there were sacrifices, I would have queen to e1. Now, I don't actually have this move after sacrifices because if the check happens and I take, the queen comes in with check. And so that perhaps is part of the oversight in my move that happens here. But I play c4, and then what I'd like you guys to do, and I'll go ahead and flip the board for you, is as the black side now, go ahead and start that attack with bishop takes pawn check, and then your queen's going to come in next after the pawn capture, let's say. And let's see if you guys can find find your way through the attack fully, I guess. It's really beautiful. I did lose in a rather beautiful way here. It's interesting that, you know, the black king hasn't castled yet. The white rooks are almost connected, the black rooks aren't, right? Castling hasn't happened, but yet black with just the pieces that are there, and even given this bishop, has a beautiful path to victory. So let's see if you guys can see that. Go ahead and pause the video, look at that attack, and you really, part of the goal is to kind of like keep it going. So, and it's somewhat obvious, I'll say. Once you get started, it really isn't too hard to keep the moves going, but the finisher and what my opponent did at the end was really nice. So anyway, like I said, go ahead and pause it if you guys want to look for this, and then I'll continue on in a moment. Okay, so I assume you've paused the video and you began that attack. Bishop takes pawn check, pawn takes, queen takes check. I played the king back here, played towards the center, went back there. Bishop takes, there's a mate threat here, and also the knight is controlling the rook square, so my knight comes back to e1. And then this next move is pretty nice. So you've got pressure here, got a knight controlling a good square, and then this knight comes in to g4, and now this introduces a mate threat. So there's a checkmate right there now. That's now a mate threat because the knight's got f2, and so I respond to cover that with knight d to f3, and then the final move of the game. Again, we'll see if you guys can find this. So what does black play here to finish off this quite beautiful game? And once you see it, you really can't unsee it, and it's really pretty. It's very, very nice. And I have no counterplay. There's no movement for white that's fun here. It's somewhat a simple move, and once you see it, like, you won't be able to unsee it, like I said. So pause it, and we'll assume you guys have done that. So I'm going to go ahead and give the answer here in a second. Make sure you're ready. And it's just the very beautiful move, knight to e3, introducing a third attacker here. So you now have all three of these pieces attacking here. Only my king and the knight are available as defenders, and additionally, and quite a big addition I should say at that, is the fact that this queen is threatened, right? So we've got the knight attacking the queen on d1 as well. And that's all she wrote. I was ready to resign. 15 moves in, very, very nice attack. And really, really fun thing about this, though, is just how it almost looks like a picture, you know? It's just like the pieces here somehow just so beautifully placed, and I could actually see getting the photo of this position framed almost. It's so nice. Like, so what would make it different is if my king had been on g1, I would have had that queen to e1 move, and then I'm actually ahead after the sack. If the queen takes and I threaten the queen, I'm actually ahead a decent amount. But unfortunately, I just mental oversight, I guess, or something. Didn't do the work, right? So when you're playing your over-the-board games, make sure you guys take the time, do the work, because these types of losses are definitely possible at the club level when you're playing tournaments. So I hope you guys are doing well in your games. Look forward to seeing you soon, and I hope you enjoy watching the 6th round here. We have one more round to go. We'll do that coverage tomorrow, and that'll complete the tournament games that I played. And then I think I want to move on to some series, do some series videos, like based on maybe end games or positional chess, that kind of stuff, and just things I think that would be helpful. I know I've kind of gone through these a bit fast. We haven't talked a lot about the moves that are made in these games or questioned, what could have been done better. It was more just me kind of summarizing the open events that I played in and how they went. And hopefully by watching these, you kind of get an idea of maybe what club level chess looks like if you haven't played club level chess, like in a tournament. And I'm also hoping that you guys will look at this stuff and think, yeah, I could probably play tournaments and go out and actually compete in local events. I think it's just such a great experience. If you've only played online, I can't really, there's no way I can fully give you guys the feel of like tournament chess and that all day or all weekend experience of playing in events and making friends, but it is really nice. And I think a lot of us chess players, we're so isolated with our online chess and stuff. It's a very special thing. So if you get the chance and you're able to attend an event or play in one, or even just go watch one, I would definitely encourage you to do that if you enjoy the game of chess. But have a great day. See you guys for round 7. Bye for now, guys.